I will consider myself still amateur in terms of sales. Started my career from a telecom company. So luckily I got a call from called Adecco, biggest, largest player in the world. While doing all this day, I was awarded as the best salesperson.
Wow.
As I acquired all the Zurich company basically in Pune in a single day. 2006 I joined. So I started my career again. I remember the date also, 25th August. So my first incentive, first quarter, I earned 35,000.
Wow.
That was like, wow, ऐसा भी कमाई होता है. And the most important change in my career was Rapture. So Rapture gave me that flexibility while I was speaking to Gabriel that this market is virgin for us and we can do a lot of things, lot of ideation. And this company is about ideation.
Sure.
Again, there is a challenge. You have to connect with Gen Z.
I like that word that you've picked up on is Gen Zs. Major of the team that you're heading right now is the young, vibrant talent.
Exactly. People say smart work, hard work. I will say continuous work.
So basically, this is always called the tea talks, and that's why I love to start with a cup of chai. As Rahul, you know the fact that we began our humble journey with a cup of chai at different places.
Correct.
And that's where the ideation took off. That's where everything did happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I bring into Rahul as a matter of fact and a subject matter expert into the field of sales. So while I'll give you the full gauge, I don't want to get into all that. I will just give you what Rahul is doing with Rapture, and then Rahul's journey is what is going to be more than impactful in this time today with regard to sales and what are the new avenues into sales and how's been his journey with regard to Rapture also. So Rahul right now heads the national sales division for Rapture events. He's managing both the fronts. You talk about Rapture events as a matter of fact, digital as a matter of fact, as well as the newest up in the block is the IPs, the intellectual properties. So while I set the tempo and the thought process, hereafter it's going to be more of Rahul, less of me into the conversation. Thank you. Very good afternoon. And
good afternoon. See, as I will consider myself still amateur in terms of sales, lot of things to learn from the new tech people who have introduced technology into sales and everything. But yes, your learning curve has to be always on because you learn and then you implement and you get results.
True.
So that's how I learn and I do it every day. I started my journey, as you know, 2005-06, started my career from a telecom company and then was not happy because I was not doing into purely sale. It was more of retention, getting the pissed client back on board. That was my role actually.
Tough job.
And it was tough, but my intention of sales was going out and meeting people and making them happy, selling them something, creating that rapport. That was my always a thought process. And while I was looking at this, I've done my MBA in HR. So luckily I got a call from Pune, from one of the world's largest sourcing company. When I say sourcing, it's HR company called Adecco, which is still the biggest, largest player in the world when it comes to temp staffing. I joined them as a BD and worked there for 2.5 years. Was instrumental in selling that concept of contract staffing. Well, when I say contract staffing, it's basically selling. Initially, the concept of getting a job was always a permanent type of stuff.
Right.
You being on the payroll of the company. Over here, we are talking. You're not on the payroll, but you're doing a core job, and you're paid additional to that. So this was basically on a contract, on a third-party contract, which is globally accepted. But India was a very new market for this. So selling this concept in India was, first of all, very tough. Making HR, understand why it is important and how it is helping you. So again, it took us time, and by continuous following up and being on feet of street, going to the clients,
right,
meeting them, convincing them, telling them this is very important. This is how you will become as a global player, and this will help you in your all issues of labor, in terms of employment. And then I was while doing all this stuff, I was awarded as the best salesperson.
Wow.
As I acquired all the Zurich company basically in Pune, starting with Alfa Laval, Atlas Copco, and Sandvik in a single day.
Wow.
That was the
High point of your
high
career.
point, and I can consider that as a starting star to my career. And while I was doing this, I went to sell to Monster.
Okay.
Service. And this guy, the branch head, was very impressed. Kehta hai, okay, Rahul, why don't you think of your career in Monster, as you've been in this industry selling HR products? So I thought of, yes, it's time to think different and sell to the same people with a different product. And very important, that is recruitment product.
Right.
And again, it was a new concept in the market. Selling a e-recruitment was never accepted much in Indian subcontinent. It was the traditional way of recruitment through newspapers, through consultant, but e-recruitment was I can say a new concept, and it was necessary at that time because the hiring was huge. IT was booming like anything.
Right.
There was a ITES and IT had a hiring spree of 100 people per week.
Okay.
That was the mandate given to the recruitment agencies as well as recruiters. So I started my career again. I remember the date also, 25th August 2006. I joined.
Oh my
Monster.
goodness. Okay.
Then again my journey began, and again the new concept selling. Over here, the selling was little, I will not say harder, but there was volumes also.
Right.
And there was money involved. Earlier, it was all contract. You have to sign a contract, you start working with that client. Over here, it was volume target as well as revenue target.
Okay.
So then I was into a revenue business, getting revenue and getting incentives. That was a changing thing.
Yeah.
And when I started getting that taste of incentive, wow, that was like chumma as for you. So my first incentive, first quarter, I earned 35,000.
Wow.
That was like, wow, ऐसा भी कमाई होता है. And I still remember my manager told me, भाई ये तेरा ही पैसा है. This is very small. You can earn big. Sky is the limit. मैंने, oh wow.
I like that line of yours. ये अपने हक का पैसा है. We should get our incentives.
Exactly.
Right? Yes. Wow.
Then I thought, अरे ये तो additional पैसा है. So what to do with this? So my first car, I bought in 2007. Somewhere in December, put it into this down payment and got my car. Simultaneously, many, at that age, you have many desire to buy this, buy that, good clothes and all the stuff. Yeah, this was always a factor of pushing me. Yes, this time I have a target of this. I have to earn.
Right.
Do more. We have a concept of T1 and T2. T1 is 100%, T2 is 125% plus. You get an additional X% to it.
Okay.
Go for it. And through that, my next favorite thing of traveling the world.
Oh.
Through Monster, I was there in Monster for 11 years. I've traveled pan Asia, except couple of countries like Japan and all the stuff. But Southeast Asia, I've traveled through that, through my miles, getting incentivized, plus your travel to Dubai, to all the countries through my tenure in Monster, doing my numbers. You go, do your number and go there, don't go here. So that was something always a cherry on the top for me. So traveling to different places, getting recognized. And the third most important one, elevating in your career. It started with my front end, left as a branch head from Monster. That was my career. And then in 18, I shifted to HT, again a big giant in the industry. Now over here, I had a larger market area. I was working for Pune and rest of Maharashtra. And again, the challenge for me over here was selling a fourth number portal to the players like all these IT giants. Where Naukri was there, Monster was there, Times was there, and we were the fourth player.
Wow.
And selling to them again was a challenge, but somehow we convinced on different point on the different USP of the product, and we convinced and sell. And the most important change in my career was Rapture.
Wow.
So Rapture, why Rapture? I will tell you. There are 2-3 factors when I joined this company. One, when you have a 17, 18 years plus of working in different corporates, you have a set mindset, you have a set direction. You can't try, you can't change yourself because everything is standardized.
Structured, as you call it.
Structured, yeah. So in that case, your thoughts are within you. Normally when you speak, it comes up, acha hai, lekin nahi kar sakte. So these are the thoughts. And couple of, when I was in HT, there were a couple of good connection, but I can't sell to them because they are not in my
Portfolio.
or my portfolio.
Right.
Again, this was a big question. And these clients were, nobody from the company was, heading them, or there was some people who were talking to them. No one was talking to them. And that was like, yaar, baat nahi kar rahe, to let I speak to them and close them.
Yeah.
So again, I understand there is a structure, you have to become in a structure. So Rapture gave me that flexibility while I was speaking to Gabriel, that this market is virgin for us and we can do a lot of things, lot of ideation. And this company is about ideation.
Exactly.
Rapture, for me, it's a company not selling. It's selling ideation and giving direction to the corporates, how they can engage their employee. One, how can we become a partner with them and help them in their ideation.
Right.
So that's how it was like a win-win situation for me, and it is still a wonderful journey. Every day is a new day for me. Thinking of what new I will do it, what new with, like Gabriel rightly told me that we are working on some IPs. Yes, again, that is something which is excited, which I have done in my MBA, is that going out, getting sponsors. So I'm feeling that I'm going back, and in terms of my energy levels are coming back, doing the same. And it sometimes when you go back to your roots, you feel better. And you think you're still grounded and still learning in a new style. You are selling the same concept.
Right.
So that's something very motivating, as well as now you have a small and wonderful team and working with them, understanding their needs.
Sure.
Again, there is a challenge. You have to connect with Gen Z. It's again a big question mark.
I like that word that you've picked up on is Gen Zs. And major of the team that you're heading right now is the young, vibrant talent.
Exactly.
Now, when I understand your full course of your entire journey, and while at Rapture, we are a solution-oriented organization. We are talking with regard to solution that we are giving to client. Yes, we are in the mode of giving creativity plus a product that we create while we are talking. So there's no hardcore product. So while I ask these two questions, and the first part of it going to be, how did you find the shift from having a tangible product to be sold to a vision or a creativity that we sell today? And the next part is we are going to jump into what is the feel that when you're working with so many Gen Zs around.
See, first of all, when you sell a tangible product, you have asset features.
Right.
You can't go, mera product ye bhi kar sakta hai, wo bhi kar sakta hai. No. You have to sell according to the product. So, but when you're selling a service, your thoughts, while sitting across the table, you might get a thought which client says, yes, wow.
Right.
And this was never thought.
Let's do it.
While you're speaking, let's do it. We have encountered many, like
Exactly.
I was thinking, and we were talking for Fujitsu, and we were talking about the intents, and I still remember
You do it on
the paper, and I showed it. Client said, "Yeah, right there." This was like so.
So sometimes the designs also come through the sales head. It wasn't the designer who dealt it, but it was the sales head who made it. So yes,
because the salesperson always is in touch with the client.
Right.
Sometimes it's like he's from the client
Perspective, idea,
and ideas. And when I think first from the client's mind, what client is thinking, what they require. Sometimes it's something I can't convince my team because that's something different and the cost point is different. So, but I have to somewhere become a bridge between a production point and the client point of view. So that's one thing. The second question you asked about,
So the second question
About the Gen Z,
about the Gen Z, how does that work?
I'm still learning.
I think it's going to be a long journey.
So
to
because
accept.
again, these people are differently wired.
Right.
So if I will tell them go and do combing, do the same part what we have done years back, a decade back, or going and seeing the building, writing down, no, they will not do it. So there's a technique of giving them a limited hype in terms of recognizing them. I will monetize it. I will not recognize them so much. They think that they are only the player in the market, and they are only the person who can do it.
Right.
They have this feeling of you can just quote it well. So, but we have to tell them what is the right direction, because couple of things you need to go and do that hard work of getting the client, meeting the client, and understanding the client need. So that gap has to be connected well, and I'm still figuring out what is the right way to motivate them.
So if I ask at this point, understanding the gap that we are bridging together, what would be the 2 or 3 principles? I'll just leave it to you that cannot change into sales. Be it a product sales, be it a creative sales that we are into, or any sales that you say, which you've always followed it through your journey. And I'm sure this is going to be very useful for the ones who are listening to us if they are young and wanting to join our field.
See, first thing is you should have a connect with your employees. Your clients.
I agree.
So when I say connect, it can't be a phone call, or it can't be
Just an email.
And that too through your AI email. No, it has to be your words to the client. And then you have to be honest. You can't fab, or you can't say anything in front of client. If it can be done, it can be done in this way. ये नहीं हो सकता, ये नहीं हो सकता.
Right.
You have a clarity and honesty in front of client कि हम ऐसे ही करेंगे. And that has to be percolated to all the channels within the company. That ये हमारी commitment है, you have to these come. Because this will come back to us. Yes, this is the right agency. This will help us to build our rapport with that. Second is, with regards to sales, is it's very important to have a routine work. When I say routine, it is like every day you have to go out, or you can say connect or meeting with the clients, which will help you in a way to build your funnel, understand your planning. Your planning should be such it will give result. Sometimes it will not, but it doesn't mean कि एक दिन खराब हो गया तो next day नहीं होगा.
Right.
So the routine has to be on the day, which we call this as a hygiene.
Right.
So the basic planning and working accordingly is very important. Third is the follow-up.
Follow-up, yes.
So normally, when I was doing my MBA, there was a gentleman who was a sales head in Tata Tele. He came. उनके 2 चीजें बहुत अच्छी लगी. One was, he told me every day I meet a new gentleman. That was his hobby. Meeting a new person, understanding his thoughts, and learning something from him. Second was follow-up. He told कि अगर 7 बार हमने follow-up किया ना, 99%. There was a figure to it. I don't know how he got it. 7 times we have done a real on phone or meeting with a client. Within 7 times, he will come to you as a client.
Oh, wow.
So normally people do 1, 2, 3 and 4 times वो भूल ही जाते हैं यार ये नहीं कर रहा है. So this is where we fail.
I agree. So it should be that never give up attitude.
Exactly.
But still go on to it, right?
So you have to, because it's not like if this guy has not given you business over here, maybe with your follow-up, he's impressed, and while he has changed or she has changed his job, in next company, he might be on a different level, and he is the right person who can Aja Rahul up to Aja.
Right.
So this is how our attitude, and the salesperson who is, for example, I've worked in Maharashtra region. I know people now. For me, starting a new journey was not that difficult because I know a couple of people. I know industry people. So how I know if I've been in sitting in the office, meeting only my employee,
virtual meetings.
So, people will forget me.
Right.
So my existence is till I'm going and meeting people, explaining them, going with my team. At the end, I am doing my bit to, know the market, and market should know me.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's how a salesperson can develop while he's growing, and that's how he is evaluated for every market. So that's it. That's the basic thing.
What I understand from here is the rigor. So at any point, a salesperson, if he has the same rigor continuously, he will anyways achieve what he's planning.
Exactly.
Right.
Nothing can beat him, because see, while you are always optimistic, आज नहीं कल ये आएगा मेरे पास. So it's important you to continuously you do your task. See,
Right.
at the end, see, for me to evaluate any person, in fact me, आज का दिन मेरा खराब हुआ, क्या कल मेरा दिन ठीक रहेगा, क्या नेक्स्ट मंथ मेरा अच्छा है, सो मैं आज उतना काम करूं ताकि नेक्स्ट मंथ मैं उठा सकूं.
Right.
Because it's not like a day you have lost. It's a month, it's week, and it's a year you have to see.
Right.
So we always have a target, quarterly target, and that has given me an understanding. ठीक है, मेरा एक महीना was not up to the mark, but I have to do lot of work to make sure that second month I should compensate the gap as well as the second month might.
Right.
So that's how your thought process should be. It can't be या मेरा ये खराब हो गया, चलो ठीक है next month देखते हैं. That's the wrong attitude.
So I think that never give up style of work itself will change.
And it's everywhere. In sports also, in every field. Never give up attitude has to be there. That's the reason. You see, I had 15, 20 people reporting to me in my previous organization, but you know that everybody is not jumping to that ladder.
Right.
Why? Because
We'll have a graph of people.
because it's always a bell curve. People towards the excellent level. Why they are excellent? Because they are doing some certain things
In a right fashion. Right.
So they are not leaving any stone unturned. They make sure that every day they should add new clients. They should go and visit them. They should complete the task, and that is how you normally connect with the right audience. When you go out, see why it's called funnel. When a funnel makes you, when you filter out, you get the drop which
Only
is
few.
there.
Right.
So when you put a drop, it will not come out. So you have to put lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So you get that desired result. So that's that lot of stuff you have to put.
So the heart of Tea Talks is basically we encourage the new ones who are maybe stepping out of college or who have just stepped out of college to join any field of your choice. While you've been into hardcore sales and we have seen sales so closely with our eyes, what would be those couple of things that you would like to encourage the new ones if they have to join this field of sales?
People say smart work, hard work. I will say continuous work. So it can't be आज मैंने काम कर दिया, कल मैं ठीक है, it's okay, कल मेरा पेट दर्द हो गया, let's have a leave, break. See, that attitude will not take you anywhere. You have a wonderful story. I tell to my team that you see Sachin Tendulkar, you see Vinod Kambli.
Oh,
Vinod Kambli had a wonderful technique, everything, but the thing he was lacking was attitude and his character. So with sales, your character, your attitude should be right. When I say right, it has to be positive. It has to be clear what you are going to do. And that 8 to 9 hours has to be purely dedicated. उसके बाद आप मस्ती करो, कुछ करो, that's your game. That 8 hours has to be instrumental in terms of, thought process. और आपको जो काम आपको पता है, काके you have 5 fingers. Everyone is not equal, right? Everyone has a different role and different way to work to hold the glass or something. So in your team, you have it separate different people. So everyone has a different strength.
right.
So you have to work on their strength. Weakness उनको खुद ही अपना
बताओ.
करना पड़ेगा.
Right.
But you as a manager have to create that awareness. For example, somebody is good with calling and taking meetings. Tell him to sit get meetings and go for the meetings.
Right.
Somebody is good and going and getting meetings. He can do that. So somebody is good with farming, so you can consider him for farming business. Client servicing. So that's how you have to understand the strength of the of your team. So that's also important. You should know, you should have your SWOT analysis. What you're good at, that is again a basic sales, your strength and your weaknesses. So while you know your weaknesses, you know how to overcome those weaknesses. So sometimes I was good with going out, gate crashing, meeting people, greeting them and asking them for the meeting, and that helped me out.
Right.
My colleague was good with calling and taking appointment. So it can't be a 2 + 2 4. It has to be your style, your way of working. So I will always appreciate. Main thing is your character and your clarity of work and your attitude. That has to be positive. You can't have a negative attitude. I was reading an article where I read about from a selector, cricket selector. He said, when we select someone, it's not on only skill set. You have skill set, lot of skill set, and these people are coming from the first class cricket, and they have all the skills. You can't judge on their skills. It's all when we observe them on their attitude. Is he connected with the team? Is he has listening skills? He can take directions, and he can work with the team. Those are the skills which we see while we observe them in the camps. So वो बहुत अच्छा उसने article लिखा था, and that's how we select people.
So I think taking from there, and it's a new challenge to the new ones who are entering this field, is one thing that I see very strongly, and I want to repeat this again and again, is whenever you go to a new field, there is a concept of submission. So you've been put under a certain authority, be it your sales head, be it your marketing head, be it your design head, whatever structure you're in. So anyone who joins any facet of life, I think when you're joining in, you should have that attitude of submission to understand, learn from that 20 years or 10 years of an experience that the other gentleman has. And I think over a period, you will also hone those skills and you can succeed in life.
Exactly. And that's how you normally when you take direction and you take instruction and you follow those.
Right.
The problem is today, what I'm feeling, when we give some instruction and we tell them do this, you'll get results. The problem is while we are speaking and giving them direction, those direction are not being followed,
yes.
And they think the result will come, or they will do for 1 day or 2 days, or nothing happened. Yeah, no, nothing has come. So this is not working.
So they'll try to change their own style of.
They will try to change. They will just discontinue and then start again, continue. So X and Y theory.
Right.
People who are self-driven, self-motivated, they will take instruction and they will start working on it,
reworking on the thought,
and then they start getting, and while they're working on it, they can put their own thought. While if I'm having a cup of tea and I'm sipping it, there will be somebody who can handle in a different way and sip it on it.
Right.
It's up to him, but we have to drink it and we have to enjoy the cup. So that's how the life is. While you take an instruction, you have to follow those instruction and work on it. Morning I was talking to the group of people, and where I showed them, people normally come with an idea, some work on that idea, and some implement that idea. Who implement those ideas can see the result.
Right, and they're hardly negligible. So it will be 10 people will come with ideas, but at the execution level, it will be hardly one or two there. Right?
That's a problem.
So I think, you know what, Rahul, while this one podcast is not going to sum up the kind of experience that you can discuss, we're going to continue this in different episodes, as you can call it. We're going to be connecting more on sales, some tricks of the trade, which you can talk about, or some things that we can bring across what we've learned over a period of experience that we have earned. Over a period of time, we will be trying to talk wherever we are. May not be the same place, but while we are driving, we are cruising around, we are at different cities for work. We're going to shoot this to understand what people require in today's day. And that is how Rapture is more than open for people to connect on a longer term. We want our sales folks to join in a big number. We are more than happy for you to apply to us. And this is going to be a big way for all of us to join together in this wonderful place at Rapture. And we thank you all for listening to us. Very soon, in the days to come, you're going to hear Rahul and me in a couple of other podcasts together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.